Efficiency. It's come to be almost a negative word. Used to be that it was seen as a sign of getting the most done, but now there's almost a sense of militaristic mechanism. I believe it's deserving of greater valuing than it currently is. Because I guess it starts from my foundational belief that the life well led is all about getting as much done of value as possible. And in order to do that, it's not only wise to choose things that are going to have a big ripple effect on improving society or your sphere of influence, but to do them efficiently. So that even if you value work-life balance, you're getting a lot done in your 8 hours a day. And if you're your foundational value is to value the work part of work-life balance more than the play part, you can even get more done. So I want to talk a little bit about efficiency from a personal perspective, because it's what I guess is what I know best, and therefore feel most confident in sharing. And I certainly am walking the talk. Efficiency, it starts with the big things, which is I don't move very often. I've been in the same place where I live since 1977. And the amount of hassle and cost of finding new places and moving in and furniture and all the rest of it is generally not worth it. We often think that we're going to get a fresh start if we move. But usually that which makes you unhappy, I mean, unless you happen to have lived in a horrible, dangerous apartment and it's smelly and all the rest of it, noisy. But assuming you made a good choice the first time, normally if you're going to try to improve your life, you're better off not wasting your time and money on the move. So that's one form of efficiency. In terms of decorating and furnishing, it's so tempting to be too perfectionistic about it. I know somebody who looked at 60 different kinds of gray-green for his kitchen walls. I think recognizing the perspective, I mean, my wife and I, when we bought our home, we did look at some pictures in magazine, online, and visited a couple open houses, but basically, we ended up in a weekend. People were shocked. We ended up moving in a weekend, and unpacking and everything in a weekend of certainly diligent work. And people said the place is lovely, and neither of us is any designer person at all. It's so quickly, part of efficiency is realizing perspective and the point of diminishing returns. Same with cars. I buy a Toyota and I keep it forever. They're reliable, so it's not spending time in maintenance, let alone repairs. And just the act of buying and selling is not only expensive, it's time consuming. I work at home. That was important to me, because with the commutes getting ever more nightmarish, what an enormous time saving. I remember when I first started to do it, my wife said to me, but it doesn't look professional. But I was more than willing to rise or fall, succeed and fail, based on my own performance, even if I start out with a perceived strike against me, that is working at home. Now working at home is more normative. Other efficiencies. Simple things like, and people make fun of me about this, but my eating. As long as I'm eating things that I like and are healthy, there is very fast ways to prepare your food and not have to spend a lot of time in shopping and chopping. So my typical breakfast in the summer is non-fat yogurt with fresh fruit to sweeten it. In the winter, it would be oatmeal. Takes no time. Lunch typically is a tuna sandwich or something equivalent with cherry tomatoes and a fresh fruit for dessert. Dinner might be a piece of broiled chicken and microwaved broccoli with garlic powder and Parmesan cheese on it, and frozen yogurt for dessert, kind of thing. Takes no time to shop or prepare. And I've saved, in one meal it's not a big deal, but over a lifetime it's incredible how much time you then save. In terms of work, I'm always asking myself whether I'm writing, and I've written a lot. I don't want to brag, but I've really written a lot. All right, 12 books, 3,800 articles. Key to my productivity, and I mean, perhaps my writing is crap, or perhaps these YouTube videos are crap. I've made over 300 of these. Is asking myself not as how can I make this the best possible or the fastest possible, but I'm always thinking about time effectiveness. What's the most efficient way to do it? So I write and talk about things that I know about, or in this case, for example, I didn't even script. This is all ad lib. But it's something I know a lot about, efficiency, and so I feel okay about doing it. And in the space of the 5 or 10 minutes it's taken to create this video, there'll be probably a few hundred people who hopefully will benefit from it. And yet it took almost no time. That's efficient. And again, it's something that I use my best skills. I can think on my feet. That's what I do. But I am terrible at fixing anything. So being efficient is knowing when to outsource. So I will, as soon as something breaks worse than a light bulb, I'm calling the guy. And yeah, it's the guy. That's efficient. Recreation. I really think 3 times before flying across country for some social event or even work event. I turn down keynote speeches across the country because it's 2 days of travel. Crazy. Not worth it. I make the most of my career counseling sessions. I'm a career counselor. I've had 5,500, 5,700 now clients. Obsess is a pathological word. No, I am careful to be very efficient, which is I send a very probing, this is just one example, a very probing new client questionnaire to every client to complete in advance, and I review it in advance of the first session. That enables me to accomplish, by the time we start, more than what usually goes on in the first 2 sessions where these questions would be answered by the client in session. And this way, not only do I get it up front and at no cost to them, but they have more time to reflect on the questions. So I'm always thinking about efficiency. Again, in recreations, I avoid big time sucks. I don't watch much TV at all. I don't play video games. I don't sit for 3 hours and watch a sports game. I don't play 4 hours of golf. I take 45-minute hikes with my doggie. So, and it just, there's a million things I do. Like getting, my whatever stupid little hair I have left. I go to Supercuts. I have a very highly rated person, but they're very quick. In 15 minutes, I'm in and out and make an appointment and it's done. I'm just always thinking, not rushing, but I'm always thinking about what is the most efficient way to do things. And that doesn't feel onerous. It actually feels fun. I don't have an elaborate record-keeping system. I'm more than capable of having things in my phone, but my calendar is actually, this is this week's calendar of clients. It's faster and no batteries to run out, just simply writing it on this. And when I have some things, I always have things to do that aren't time scheduled. I simply put it on this memo cube. That's the major items for today. Highly efficient. Anyway, I think that's all I want to say about that. I hope you find it helpful and that you found this video an efficient way to learn about efficiency. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. Feel free to give this a thumbs up, or if appropriate, a thumbs down. Your comment, you're hitting the share button, sharing your social media, subscribing to my channel, of course, is lovely. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.